From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good Tuesday afternoon. Taylor Platt here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a look at your latest forecast. Showers and storms are expected to pop up across the area once again, but I think the best chance today will generally be south of the Tennessee-Alabama state line, but everybody generally has those rain chances today. Unfortunately, as we head later on into the rest of the week, those rain chances do go back up across the area, especially Thursday and Friday. All right, let's get right into your forecast. First off, live look from our Arctic Air Skycam network. Seeing a lot of cloud cover out there. Another snapshot there on the campus of the University of North Alabama as they're looking at the new baseball stadium down there. The field's looking absolutely fantastic right now. As we head later on to this afternoon and evening, we will still see these clouds generally stick around, but there will likely be some areas of some sun starting to peek through across maybe parts of northwestern Alabama and parts of southern Tennessee today. If you do see those breaks in the clouds, your temperatures will jump up into the 70s. If you stay with these clouds throughout the entirety of the day, like here in Lawrenceburg right now, 66 degrees, there's a better chance you might end up staying in that upper 60 range. Again, right now here in Lawrenceburg, it's 66 degrees with a dew point of 61 degrees. Let's go down south on the campus of the University of North Alabama, 69 degrees, northeasterly wind at 2 miles per hour right now with a dew point at 65 degrees. It looks like the camera's kind of spinning around right there. Live Viper radar, we still see the areas of rain and storms generally off to our southeast, but here in Lawrenceburg, northwestern Alabama, clean sweep on the radar right now, but that could change easily as we head into the later part of the afternoon hours with additional showers and storms popping up across the area. The bulk of the rain, though, as we pack things out here, is across parts of central Alabama, specifically western Alabama from the Hamilton area all the way down to Tuscaloosa, off to the west towards Columbia, Mississippi, Starkville, Mississippi, that kind of eastern Mississippi area. And then over here across parts of northern Georgia, northern part of Atlanta from Rome up to, I believe that's Helena, Georgia. That's up in the kind of the mountainous part here in northern Georgia. Seeing a lot of rainfall as well as we get into the afternoon hours. But again, here across our area, for the majority of our area, we're on the dry side right now. But what we're watching for the next couple of days continues to be the stalled frontal boundary that's draped across the area. You've got moisture that's overriding it from the southwest, so we continually get that pumping in of moisture in the lower and even mid levels of the atmosphere. That continues to create the situation where we have a lot of rain, storms, and clouds across the area. Later on into this week, this will move back to the north as a warm front, but we have multiple systems kind of moving on through that will continue to give us the chance at rain and storms over the next several days. Your weather where you live forecast today: if you do end up seeing some peaks of sun, you will get up into the lower 70s, maybe some mid 70s across far northwestern Alabama. Florence could be upwards of 75 degrees today. Russellville coming in potentially at 73 degrees with those continued chances for rain and storms. So let's break it down Futurecast wise. We're going to do the next 24 hours here. Then later on, we'll get into parts of Wednesday and Thursday with your Futurecast. But today, still seeing that chance for showers and storms at any given moment. I think we'll start to see some things pop back up generally around maybe the 3 to 4 o'clock hour across our area. The additional showers and storms possible later on during the early evening hours. Notice here, most of the activity, like I mentioned, generally south of that Tennessee-Alabama state line today. Tonight and early tomorrow morning, I think we're dry. I don't think your commute for your Wednesday morning is going to be like what it was today, especially across northern Alabama. I think we're dry on your Wednesday morning here at 6 a.m. Just a lot of cloud cover, temperatures getting down into the 50s and 60s, maybe some fog once again out there, especially for areas that did see rain today. Probably seeing some fog tomorrow morning. By noon tomorrow afternoon, still seeing some peaks of sun out there and some of the cloud cover breaks, and again, showers and storms popping up across the area by the time we get into the afternoon hours on Wednesday. So your forecast highs today, this afternoon, again, generally in the lower 70s for the most part. As we head into your forecast for tonight, temperatures will drop down into into the upper 50s and lower 60s with that kind of drier conditions expected tonight. And once we get into tomorrow morning, first cut forecast, we're dry. Generally a lot of clouds around, temperatures in the lower 60s. And then your build your day forecast tomorrow, getting up into the lower and middle 70s by the time we hit the noon hour. Chance of thunderstorms beginning around noon and continuing through the afternoon hours with temperatures getting up into the lower 80s. I think everybody generally gets into the lower 80s tomorrow. 81 in Lawrenceburg, 81 in Hohenwald, 82 in Waynesboro, 82 down there in the Shoals, and 83 degrees over there in Iuka. All right, now let's move that Futurecast forward. Let's go into parts of Wednesday and into Thursday. So this is starting off Wednesday at 1 p.m. Seeing a lot of scattered showers and storms starting to develop across the area, and that will continue for the next several hours during the afternoon hours on your Wednesday. So any one of these cells could end up being on the stronger side. I don't think we're dealing with a different or a big severe weather issue during the day on Wednesday. I think these are more kind of your pop-up variety showers and storms that you usually see during the summertime, and some of those could get on the heavy side. We're talking about gusty winds around maybe 40 miles per hour, maybe some small hail, but a lot of locally heavy rainfall, so those very heavy downpours, and a lot of lightning. That's kind of your storm threats for the next several days as we continue to see showers and storms develop and move across the area. By the time we get to the evening hours, there's still a chance at showers and storms during the evening on Wednesday. I think most of it, like you see here, is generally shifted off to our east, but any given moment, you could easily see a spotty shower or storm. Going into the day on Thursday, our rain chances start to creep up. We're talking about 60, 70%, and then especially on Friday, getting upwards of maybe even 80% across here. But for your Thursday morning, starting off, a lot of clouds. Again, the chance at some showers and storms across the area during the morning hours. By the time we get to noon, additional showers and storms develop. And then once we get into the late afternoon and early evening hours, a big area of rain and storms is expected here, at least on your Futurecast. I think this is a pretty good example of what we could be seeing during the afternoon and evening on Thursday. There's probably going to be some pretty big areas of rain and storms across the entirety of the region going into your Thursday, and that could actually lead to maybe a flooding issue on Friday, especially once we get those rain chances bumping up here, like I said, generally around 80%. With a lot of rain that we've seen over the past couple of days in some areas, by the time we get into Friday, I do think we'll probably have some isolated flooding problems out there in some of the more flood-prone areas, just due to, like I said, all the rainfall that we'll have up until this point here on Friday. Good news is by the time we get into the weekend, you see those rain chances dropping back down to 40% on Saturday, and then isolated chances both Sunday and Monday. So there is some relief coming across the area generally over the weekend and into early next week. Speaking of relief, we've had a good bit of allergy relief across the area today and tomorrow, generally on the moderate side of things. Not too bad out there on your Tennessee Valley Allergy Services forecast. And then once we get into Thursday and Friday, and even into parts of the weekend, that's going to be some lower end chances for just those allergy problems thanks to all the rain and storms. So while we are seeing some pretty dreary days out there, keeps your allergies at bay the best that it can. 7-day forecast is looking rainy and stormy, like what we've been talking about. That's the theme for the next several days. And then, like I said, once we get into the weekend, things should get better. More of an isolated chance both Saturday and Sunday, and even on Monday, as temperatures start to rebound, getting back up into the lower and even middle 80s. That's a look at your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be back with his Live at 5 with another look at the current radar, showing you exactly where the rain and storms are this evening, and he'll have another look at your 7-day forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.